Okay. Thank you, Siri. That's enough. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri, I've got company. Hey, Siri. Thank you. Stop the music, please. Hi. Oh, well, you know what? I forgot that I pushed the record button. Well, sort of. I just love that song. That was Etta James singing This Little Light of Mine. And we're going to talk about letting our light shine. I say be the light all the time. And sometimes, I explain what that means, but I think it's time to maybe really, really think about how we may be letting our light shine to others, or how we might be hiding it under a bushel, or where does the light come from? And what does the light stand for? So, we've been talking about lighting one little candle and abiding with the light of love. And lighting a candle and keeping it lit, being able to walk by it, or being able to read or study or make a video. With the vigil candle, pulls us back into a place of meditation, I guess. And, some will say, well, meditation requires sitting in silence. Maybe you can light a candle. Maybe you have some guru music going. I call it guru music because it's that kind of just makes you go, and I love that. I love getting a massage by that. But I'm talking about having a light going during the busiest of our days. Now, I'm getting a runny nose because this has some essential oils, and it's really nice because I spilled a little bit of wax on myself, and you can use this type of candle to actually use it a little bit like a hand lotion. But the essential oils make my nose run. Well, that's okay. So let's get back to the business of abiding. It's hard to go about our daily lives without being distracted from the cares of the heart. And no matter what you're going through, there's always going to be distractions, and there's just everyday life. So once you get busy, unless you have the right kind of candle, I definitely won't leave this to burn by itself. I usually blow it out and put the lid on. It's just safer that way. But there are candles that you can let go during the day. And it doesn't really matter if it's fire. There's so many little candles that are, I have one that you set it in a little bowl of water and the light goes on. It's safe. And battery operated. It's the symbol of light. And, we have several symbols, right? We have the stars. The stars are kind of cool. Because when you go out and you just sit under the stars, think about how your mind and your heart go. That is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant light. It represents so much. And, I'm not going to make my meditation your meditation, but you know what I mean. Light is a symbol of safety. There's just so much. But I particularly want to focus on the message of the little sweet song, This Little Light of Mine. And I remember learning this in grade school. And not necessarily in Sunday school. Because, you can take the religious connotations out of it. Is that what I mean? Connotations? The religious words. You can take the religious words out of it and still sing it, and it means the same thing from the perspective of being the light to others. And letting your light shine and not letting anybody put it out. I found myself singing this song over and over again this last week and a half since the battle in Ukraine started. And it helps me. It helps me focus on the light of love. And how we have a world right now trying to shine the light of love when there is a symbol of darkness overshadowing. Now, in the Sunday school words, we call that one thing, but first let's say this. This light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And you say it over and over again. That's sort of like this pronunciation of this light in me is going to shine. And, we can go on from there because, if you shine your light, others will see it and they will be illuminated. Maybe they need some light to shine on them. Maybe they just need a little spark to get their own spark going. It only takes a spark to get a fire going. That's a song, Pass It On. But there's that next verse, and the next verse we learned in Sunday school, and they don't sing it this much anymore, but we sang it in grade school too. This one was, hide it under a bushel, no. I mean, if you put it under a bushel basket, it sucks all the oxygen out and the fire goes out, the flame. But symbolically, it means I'm not going to hide my light. I have to let it shine. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to let anybody put out the light. I'm not going to be suppressed or oppressed in illuminating myself to others. I mean, Nettie is making a whole career. Well, I don't get paid, but I get paid in seeing other lights go on. I want a special light to shine, not just from me, but from you. And I don't shine my light to overshadow yours, but to spark yours. Don't hide your light. Don't be ashamed of your light, and don't be ashamed of where the light comes from. Mine comes from the light of the world. To me, the light of the world is the Lord. And that's a gift to me. And the way I share my light is my gift to others. And others shine their lights differently, like great pastors and educators, and they shine it in ways of teaching scripture and helping us understand, the translation of that scripture. But I kind of see things from a simple point of view. So the red writing of the Bible, the Jesus words that were really, really simple. There's a simple one. I am the light of the world, and the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness is not overcome. No bushel there. So I'm going to go into this more in my sermonetties. I think sermonetties is the appropriate place to show you how and tell you how Scripture, and not just Scripture, but how Scripture has affected my thinking, and especially the words of Jesus. I think he wanted us to see the simplicity of love. And that's another sermon in itself, because love isn't simple. But acting in love is the only thing we really need to know. Doing all things in love. There's love, there's fear. Love is our light. Our light goes out to the world, and what is in that light? Little speckles of love. You know how the sun comes through the window and you see all the dust? Well, now maybe you'll feel better if you think they're little speckles of love. We illuminate the love with our light. When we love, and we love gently and with mercy and justice and kindness, then we're not overpowering somebody. We're not putting their light out by making them believe in our own beliefs. And, I think Jesus wanted us to follow him or be like him. be, and God came to earth to kind of show us the way. Well, that is the way, is to love. And we make it pretty complicated, and it gets complicated because there's those that don't understand the beauty of love and how love really is the only way. It's the only way that wins. And, if we all loved, we wouldn't even need the word win. Oh, that's true. Let's get back to the song. The next thing it says is, won't let Satan blow it out. No, they took out that verse, don't let Satan put it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Won't let Satan put it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Well, people get kind of weirded out by the word Satan and by the evil presence, and there's debate about whether there's even a Satan and was he an angel thrown out of heaven, blah, 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 blah. You know what it is? It's the symbol, for sure, of the opposite of love. And the opposite of love is usually called evil, but today's language you use the word fear, because there cannot be any fear in love. You either come from love or you come from fear. And when fear starts eking in, it's not that you're not a person of love, it's just that you're getting encroached upon. You're getting a bushel put over you. So it's recognizing, don't let anything put out that love. And I think when we're looking at Ukraine and everything that's happening over there, you can see it just firsthand right now, where there's love and the coming from a place of overcoming fear, evil. This tiny, tiny David of a country is standing on the rock of love. And it's awful that love has to use war to stand up for itself. But we have legions of angels led by Saint Michael, who goes before God in the name of justice and mercy. I believe that. If you don't or don't know, look it up. It's he's an archangel. We were given those angels, and I believe that. And I'm not afraid to say it. In the name of God, in the name of love. It means that we can defend ourselves in the name of love to overcome evil. And that's what's happening. This tiny, beautiful country with wonderful people. That's why we're doing this. Shine it all over. So when we sing, it was shine all around the neighborhood. I'm gonna let it shine. Well, I found this, these words, and you can put town or your city, or you could do your little school or your church, your state. I'd say all around the world. We need to let it shine. So that's why that's why you share these videos with your friends all over the country and the world. Because we need this to get out. We need people to really be intentional about being extra loving right now. We thought we had to do that during COVID. Well, we did, and it didn't work very well. And there's still people that are not doing anything in love around COVID, but that's a story for another day, too. Right now, we have seen people unite across the world more than ever before. But dark can be strong. Fear can be strong. So we light one little candle, and we put out that light of one little candle to the world. And remember the song, if everyone lit just one little candle, what a bright world this would be. If you're lighting your candle of love, what a wonderful world it can be. Let your light shine. Be the light even when you're angry. Stop when you get angry or sad or frustrated over the little things. And remember, the world needs love more now than ever. And we've said that so many times before, and it seems like, could it ever be worse? Well, yeah, it can be. If we don't stay united and join together in love, you are the light of the world to those you meet. You are their first responder in love. Continue being the light. And always remember, Nettie loves you. Bye-bye. Remember to join me on Sunday at Sermon Nettie's. Just go to your favorite podcast provider, Apple and Spotify, and a whole bunch of them. And if not, you can find me at Sermon Nettie's on momentswithnettie.com. I put a link on my website, and that's kind of I'm shining the light on my website. Free advertising. Bye-bye. Don't forget to show me a little love by subscribing, giving me a thumbs up, and sharing with your friends on YouTube and Facebook.